Fidel Castro could legitimately be regarded as either a hero or as a tyrant, or as both at the same time.
1959. aastal sai Kuubal võimule Fidel Castro.
Commander Castro, why are you leading a revolution?
Sest peale on ta olnud üks maailma vastuolulisemaid riigijuhte.
It is not the same to fight for liberty as to fight against it.
Poliitiline okas Ameerika Ühendriikide ihus.
Our sympathy goes out to the people of Cuba, now suffering under the yoke of a dictator.
See on Castro lugu jutustatuna läbi meediakajastuste.
Fidel Castro, face the nation.
Haruldaste kaadrite ja salvestiste.
And it is not an easy job to come here and to speak with you, the reporter of the United States.
Fidel Castro believed the CIA had been involved in a series of plots on his life.
Osa materjalist pole kunagi eetris olnud, osa pole aastakümneid nähtud.
Do you believe that the democratic man ought to be afraid of any idea?
Dr. Castro, you are a lawyer, and I'm afraid I will have to act as a judge. We'd like you to answer our questions.
There are theories that you held President Kennedy responsible and that you were involved in his assassination. Did you have anything to do with it?
Commander, what handled it if you were caught?
I never would see Castro alive. Like Henry Adams, we say, give me liberty or give me death.
Kuuba 1950. aastate lõpul. Turistidele on see eksootiline imedemaa. Mängupõrgud, restoranid, luksushotellid, ujumisbasseinid ja kilomeetrite kaupa puhtaid liivarandu. Ameerika Ühendriikidest vaid 150 kilomeetri kaugusel on Kuuba ameeriklaste mängumaa. Kuid paljudele kuubalastele on elu saarel paradiisist kaugel. Sisemaal turistide lõbustuspaikadest eemal valitseb sügav vaesus. Haridus- ja tervishoiusüsteem lonkab mõlemat jalga. Elutingimused on samad kui teistes kolmanda maailma riikides. Rikaste ja vaeste sügavas lõhes on suuresti süüdi üks mees, Kuuba president.
Fulgencio Batista, former army sergeant, former general, holds the reins of power as backed by the army and by those who favor government by a strongman. Batista denies he is a dictator and says some of his opponents are pro-communist. But his strong arm methods and the constant threat of inflation have kept political opposition bubbling.
Batista rivaalide hinnangul on tema valitsusajal tapetud üle 20 000 poliitilise vastase. Kuuba idaosa mäed. Pärast aastaid võitlust pääseb just siinsetes džunglites revolutsioon kõminal valla. Mehed ja naised haaravad relvad ja alustavad verist sissisõda. Nende silmis on Batista Kuuba hävitanud. Nende eesmärk on diktaator võimult kukutada. Nende juhiks on karismaatiline kuubalane, kes ütleb, et on valmis Kuuba rahva vabastamiseks surmani võitlema. Tema nimi on Fidel Castro.
This is Dr. Fidel Castro, 31, holder of 4 university degrees. We finally get our news cameras into Castro's headquarters.
Castro tippkäsilased on Argentiinas sündinud Seega, kes osales Guatemala ebaõnnestunud revolutsioonis ja ta vend Raul Castro, veendunud kommunist. Fidel Castro on Kuuba suhkruroo kasvataja poeg ja pärit ülemkeskklassist. Ta on üks 7 lapsest. Juba noores eas on Castro ninakas, otsekohene ja riskialdis. Ta käib jesuiitide internaatkoolis ja saab Havanna ülikoolist juristikraadi. Ta saab julgustust natsionalistlikust filosoofiast. 1952. aastal kandideerib Castro parlamenti, et aidata Kuubat täiustada. Kuid enne valimisi haarab Batista sõjaväelise riigipöördega võimu. Vastuseks koondab Castro enda ümber rühma Batista vastaseid revolutsionääre. Nad plaanitsevad rünnakut Moncada sõjaväe kasarmutele. Castro usub saavat kasarmute vallutamisega piisavalt relvi, et alustada ülestõusu Batista vastu. Rünnak toimub 1953. aasta 26. juuli Koidikul. Hiljem kasutab Castro seda kuupäeva 26. juulit oma tulevase revolutsiooni nimena. Rünnak lüüakse kiiresti tagasi ja paljud mässulised tapetakse. Castro ja tosinaid teisi võetakse kinni. Kohtuistungil ütleb Castro lause, mis võtab edaspidi kokku ta olemuse. Ajalugu andestab mulle. Castro mõistetakse 15 aastaks vangi. 2 aastat hiljem annab Batista rahvusvahelisele survele järele ja vabastab poliitvangid, nende seas Castro ja teised, kes ründasid Moncada kasarmuid. ...1958. aastal koonduvad nad taas Sierra Maestra mägedesse, et alustada Batista sõdurite vastu võitlust.
Commander Castro, why are you leading a revolution?
I am leading a revolution because the legal government of my country was overthrown by the army led by Batista. 82 days before a general election in which the people of Cuba was going to elect its own government. And instead of that, General Batista established a bloody tyranny. For finishing that tyranny and for re-establishing a legal government in my country, we are fighting now.
So what did you seek to accomplish in coming here, and what do you feel that you are accomplishing by being here in these remote mountains?
It is not the same to fight for liberty as to fight against it. All the people of the Sierra Maestra are with us. We have struck the spark of the revolution. Batista does not want to admit that he is incapable of defeating us.
Castro juhtimine on täpne ja plaanipärane. Ta paigutab kõikjale mägedesse piilurid. Mässulistel on Batista sõdurit asukoht alati teada, kuid sõdurid ei tea kunagi, kus Castro end peidab.
What is your political philosophy? Are you a communist or a Marxist?
There is not communism or Marxism in our ideas. Our political philosophy is representative democracy and social justice in a well-planned economy.
Seni oli Ameerika Ühendriikide valitsus toetanud Batista režiimi. Ent maailma tähelepanu pöördudes Batista karmikäelisele valitsemisele loobub USA teda soosimast. Nad ei toeta ei Batistat ega ka Castro revolutsionääre.
The United States has embargoed arms for both sides. Occasional shipments are smuggled through from rebel sympathizers. It is an unequal battle of idealists against tough professional forces. Says Castro, if I lose, I'll start over again. If Batista loses, he loses for good. Cuba's strongmen seemed untroubled by Castro's mounting offensive. Behind Batista stand the army, the police, and apparently Cuba's labor unions. Batista seemed upset about reports in the American press of police brutality and corruption, but confident in the face of an unpredictable future.
Pärast kuudepikkust võitlust peab revolutsiooniline vägi 3-päevase lahingu ning hakkab siis Havanna poole liikuma. Batista viimased visad võitlejad kihutatakse linnast välja. Castro 3 aastat kestnud lakkamatust võitlusest kurnatud rävaldunud revolutsionäärid jooksevad pealinnale tormi. Nende võitlus Batista võimult kukutamiseks on lõpusirgel.
New Year's Eve in Havana. Fighting was reported in Las Villas province between the soldiers of Fulgencio Batista and rebel units. A few hours later, 4 a.m. Havana time, New Year's morning, a phone call, and the report Fulgencio Batista and his coterie had fled in surrender.
From his stronghold in the wild Sierra Maestre Mountains, Cuba's Fidel Castro emerged triumphant after 2 years of guerrilla warfare against the Batista regime. A revolution that began with Castro a fugitive, practically alone, landing with 82 followers, to be nearly wiped out by government forces, ended with the fight of dictator Fulgencio Batista and the entry into Havana of rebel forces to be acclaimed by the city. In his lifetime, the bearded cigar-smoking idealist has become a legend. For most Cubans, this is the first glimpse of the man whose name became a byword during 25 months of guerrilla fighting.
It's a simple matter to know when a revolution has begun. It's not so easy to know when a revolution has ended. This has been and is the revolution of Fidel Castro.
Kuuba rahvas imetleb Castrot, sest ta ei tõusnud võimule mitte sõjalise riigipöörde, vaid rahvarevolutsiooniga. Castro on osav kõnemees, veenev ja kirglik.
He's abundantly endowed with the high confidence and the humility of a biblical prophet.
Fidel Castro with the dogs of peace sitting on his shoulders as he surveys the crowd that is tonight celebrating Cuba Libre.
Fidel Castro, face the nation. In the early hours of yesterday morning, this was the scene in a studio of television station CMQ in Havana, Cuba.
Dr. Castro, could you tell us what your opinion is of United States policy during this period of your revolution?
Do you want I tell you the truth?
That's all we want.
Do you see those Sherman tanks? Do you see those airplanes? Do you see those big bombs of 500 pounds? They were sold by government of the United States to Batista.
Oma kriitikast hoolimata soovib Castro hoida Ameerikaga häid suhteid, kuid see ei takista teda rakendamast kodumaal karme survemeetmeid. Castro võimule saamisele järgnenud kuudel saadetakse sadu Batista lojaliste kohtu ette, mida peetakse mõnikord ka Havana spordipalees.
Batista aide Major Sosa Blanco, charged with 200 murders, faces a military tribunal. 3 judges still wearing the revolutionaries' jungle battle dress. Says Blanco of the crowd, I am in a Roman Colosseum. 45 witnesses come forward to tell of acts of brutality and murder. Men, women and children testified. The decision is death.
Ligi 500 meest tunnistatakse süüdi. Hukkamiskomando laseb nad maha. Veidi pärast hukkamisi ilmub ligi 1 miljon kuubalast kuulama Castro kõnet tapmisõigustuseks, kus ta ütles, et ükski riik ei tõstnud häält Kuuba rahva kaitseks Batista korda saadetud hirmutegude eest.
Palace was a miserable traitor, a criminal who killed over 20,000 of our compatriots. Those campaigns were never made against Cuba.
Püüdes avalikku arvamust enda kasuks kallutada, alustab Castro 1959. aasta aprillis ringreisi Lõuna- ja Põhja-Ameerikas. Castrot kogunevad vaatama tohutud rahvamassid, sest temast on saanud revolutsiooni sümbol. Ta maine teeb populistliku liidrina tähelennu. Fidel Castro võtab vastu Ameerika ajalehetoimetajate liidu kutse ja külastab ka USA'd, hoolimata sellest, et Batista lojalistid Ameerikas soovivad tema surma.
A tumultuous welcome for Fidel Castro. A cheering, singing, flag-waving crowd of thousands greets the Cuban revolutionary leader and premier, as on arrival he pushes past police and security guards to return the enthusiastic greeting, despite rumors of assassination plots against him.
Castro on Ameerika rahva seas väga populaarne. Peale vastupandamatu karisma nähakse temas Robin Hoodi saare versiooni, kes on toonud rõhutud rahvale vabaduse. Hoolimata Castro populaarsusest Ameerika rahva seas suhtub valitsus Kuuba kommunistlike kalduvustega revolutsionääri ettevaatusega.
Outside Penn Station, police break up a demonstration by a few supporters of Cuba's ousted dictator Batista. And Castro, in a record slow time of 24 minutes, crosses the street to his hotel, almost swamped by the excited crowd. It's one of New York's most enthusiastic receptions for a visiting notable in quite a while. Kuigi Castro mõistab USA relvade tarnimise pärast Batista valitsusele hukka, püüab ta Ameerikaga rahu teha.
I came here because I was invited for the editors. What happened is that here you in the United States are accustomed to see government coming for money. No, I came for good relation, for good understanding, for good economical relations. We are now poor people but in a rich country. What we want is to work in our rich country.
Our guest likes rifles and cigars. As a very young boy, he took up a typical Cuban sport, the breeding of fighting cocks. It is my pleasure to present to you Dr. Fidel Castro. You have said, sir, that dictatorship is impossible if public opinion approves. Did not Hitler, Mussolini, and Perón have public support?
We are against all kind of dictatorship. We are against all kind of dictator. That is our idea.
Mr. Prime Minister, what is your impression of Vice President Nixon?
I got really a good impression of the Vice President Nixon.
Nixon on teisel arvamusel. Kui Castro viibib Washingtonis, väldib president Dwight Eisenhower temaga kohtumist ja saadab Kuuba liidriga kohtuma asepresident Nixoni. Nixon arvab Castro kohta, et teda tuleb hoolikalt jälgida.
You won a revolution before, sir, against great odds. Now you're fighting what might be called a social revolution. Will this be more difficult?
Well, this is harder than the other. Because when we were during the war, it was only a matter of fighting. Now it's a matter of produce and to create and to take care with all the matters of the country and all the cities.
Kuna Batista valitsus oli Kuuba rikkused ära varastanud, avastavad revolutsiooni liidrid, et neil pole valitsemiseks piisavalt raha. Kuigi Ameerika üldsus on Castro omaks võtnud, ei taha valitsus teda usaldada, kartes, et ta on kommunist. Ning kuigi Castro oli algul öelnud, et ta riik ei vaja Ameerika Ühendriikide abi, mõistab ta nüüd, et Kuuba ei saa antud oludes püsima jääda. Kuid USA keeldub Kuubale mis tahes lisaabi andmast. Selle asemel pöördub Castro abipalvega Nõukogude Liidu poole, õhutades sellega veelgi Nõukogude Liidu ja USA vahelise külma sõja tuld.
In January 1960, the Soviet Deputy Premier, Anastas Mikoyan, came to Havana. The stage had been set for him. Mikoyan opened a Russian trade fair. He discussed deals with Cuba. By the time he had put this hat on his head, he had the Cuban economy in his pocket. In Moscow, an agreement was signed for the exchange of Soviet machinery and technicians for Cuba's sugar and other big money crops.
Ameerika president Eisenhower ähvardab kärpida Kuuba suhkru ekspordikvoote USA-sse. Kolmandiku sellest suhkrust on tootnud Ameerika kontrollitud kompaniid. Nõukogude Liit nõustub ostma 1 000 000 tonni Kuuba suhkrut aastas.
Fidel Castro, in a bitter anti-American speech last night, warned against the United States cutting Cuban sugar quotas, threatening to take over American-owned sugar mills. But the Rules Committee of the U.S. House of Representatives today cleared for floor action a bill to give the president the authority he wants to reduce the marketing of Cuban sugar in this country.
Pärast kuu aega kestnud võimuvõitlust keelab Eisenhower kogu suhkru impordi Kuubalt. Vastuseks võõrandab Castro kõik Ameerika kompaniid oma riigis.
Tanto quedan nacionalizadas todas las empresas de la compañía eléctrica, todas las empresas de la compañía de teléfono, todos los bienes, por supuesto, y empresas de la Texaco y de la ESO. Y además, los 36 centrales azucareros que tenían.
Sugar by the trainload, the main crop and the main bone of contention with the USA. Many communist bloc countries have promised to take Cuban sugar in exchange for the things Castro needs. It looked easy, so I thought I'd cut a cane or two for Castro myself. You hold that, just like that, just there. We have a cut it that way. Oh, made it in one. Can I have that for a moment? You know, this could cost me my American visa.
Mõni kuu pärast Ameerika äride võõrandamist kehtestavad Ameerika Ühendriigid Kuuba vastu kaubandusembargo. See embargo kehtib tänaseni.
There is a limit to what the United States and self-respect can endure. That limit has now been reached. Our sympathy goes out to the people of Cuba, now suffering under the yoke of a dictator.
Ameerika otsib salamisi ideed, kuidas Castro võimult kõrvaldada. Kuid USA ei soovi oma vägede sissetungi Kuubale. Selle asemel annab president John Kennedy USA sõjaväe instruktoritele loa õpetada välja Kuuba pagulasi. Nende eesmärk on tungida Kuubale väikesest abajast saare lõunakaldal, mis kannab nime Sigade laht ning kukutada Castro võimult.
This is an NBC special news report.
Cuba tonight is an island in revolt. Against the revolutionary forces of Prime Minister Fidel Castro, another revolt has begun, and Castro's strange and wild career may be approaching an end. It is advisable to say maybe, because everything will depend on whether the people of Cuba and the army are loyal to Castro.
Dawn, Monday, April 17th, Day of Pigs, Cuba. The first units of the brigade reached the beach without opposition. Among them is Humberto Diaz Aguirre of the 2nd Battalion, H Company.
A soldier from the rear yelled, "We are an army of liberation. We came to fight communism." The militiamen answered, "Fatherland of death, long live Fidel Castro," and the shooting began.
The assault has begun on the dictatorship of Fidel Castro. Landings were effected by rebels at several places on the Cuban coast, and the rebellion against the Red-Tinged dictator was on.
Kuuba rahvas ei toeta sissetungijaid, purustades lootused pagulased võivad rahva ülestõusu toel võita. Saarele tungib rohkem kui 1400 pagulasvõitlejat, kellest tosinad tapetakse ja ülejäänud võetakse vangi.
At 3:45 p.m. Wednesday, April 19th, resistance ends. In less than 72 hours, Castro has destroyed the brigade. The American planned, financed, trained, and backed invasion of Cuba is now a total failure.
Paljude kuubalaste meelest on Castro revolutsioon algusest peale vale. kuid enamik kardab seda välja öelda, peljates arreteerimist või tapmist.
Good evening. Each week, almost 2,000 Cubans find they have had enough of Castro, so they get out and come to Miami, Florida. The Cubans generally advocate a return home by military invasion with American help, but there is no evidence of any plan to try that again, so while they wait for something to happen, they just wait.
They want to stay here to help in any moment with a gun, with a rifle, to fight against Fidel Castro.
Just need pagulased annavad ameeriklastele teada, et Castro on sõlminud Nõukogude Liidu juhi Nikita Hruštšoviga tehingu. Nende sõnul toovad sovjetid saarele enamat kui majandusabi. Nad toovad relvi.
Just a few moments ago, White House Press Secretary Pierre Salinger indicated that Mr. Kennedy's remarks will concern a matter of the highest national urgency. We do know also that the President has been meeting with high officials of the government throughout this day in an atmosphere of near crisis. Okay, now we're ready. Here from his office in the White House, the President of the United States.
This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the Western Hemisphere. I call upon Chairman Khrushchev to halt and eliminate this clandestine, reckless, and provocative threat to world peace.
Vastuseks alustavad Ameerika Ühendriigid saare mereblokaadi, peatades ja otsides läbi kõik Kuubale suunduvad laevad.
Havana radio said tonight that Cuba's armed forces have been put on an immediate 24-hour alert following President Kennedy's speech.
This is his first public reaction to the American arms blockade, and Castro is bitterly angry. He said the United States undertook the blockade because all its other efforts to destroy the Cuban Revolution have failed.
Ni bajo ninguna otra podrá venir nadie a inspeccionar nuestro país. Nosotros sabemos lo que hacemos y sabemos cómo debemos defender nuestra integridad y nuestra soberanía. Y nuestra, de todos, de los revolucionarios, de los patriotas, será la misma suerte y de todos será la victoria. Patria o muerte, venceremos.
The hopes of mankind are concentrated in this room. The action we take may determine the future of civilization.
I have taken the necessary steps to deploy our forces to be in a position to make effective the quarantine at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Greenwich time.
A la 1:45 de la tarde, el secretario general interino de las Naciones Unidas, UTANT, invitado por el primer ministro Fidel Castro, para discutir sobre la crisis internacional planteada por el bloqueo naval impuesto por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos a Cuba. En las reuniones de la representación del gobierno revolucionario con la delegación de las Naciones Unidas presidida por UTANT, Cuba fija con claridad su posición ratificando los 5 puntos de la declaración del primer ministro Fidel Castro. No existirán las garantías de que habla el presidente Kennedy contra una agresión a Cuba si, además de la eliminación del bloqueo naval que promete, no se adoptan, entre otras, las siguientes medidas.
Järgmisel nädalal vahetavad Kennedy ja Hruštšov kirju, milles mõlemad nõuavad teise taganemist. Kriisi pöördepunktiks saab 27. oktoober. President Kennedy nõustub sissetungist Kuubale loobuma ja USA raketid Türgist ära tooma, kui Hruštšov viib Nõukogude raketid Kuubalt minema. Päev hiljem võtab Hruštšov Castroga konsulteerimata pakkumise vastu. Castro on maruvihane, et teda on läbirääkimistelt kõrvale jäetud.
We will not, of course, abandon the political, economic, and other efforts of this hemisphere to halt subversion from Cuba. Nor our purpose and hope
that the Cuban people shall someday be truly free.
Hoolimata Kennedy avaldusest, et Kuuba rahvas peab saama tõeliselt vabaks, mööduvad aastad muutusteta.
Cuba is separated from the United States by 90 miles of ocean and 15 years of history. Geographically near, Cuba ideologically forms part of another world. Fidel Castro is its one familiar figure. Dynamic, eloquent, authoritarian. He's a man who could legitimately be regarded as either a hero or as a tyrant, or as both at the same time.
It had been 2 years since our last visit to Cuba. What we found new were a marginal increase in the living standard, with signs that this might get better still, a growing reliance on the Soviet Union as a model in all things economic. What we didn't find were any indication of a relaxation ideologically. This regime is based on mass mobilization and thought control. Outside the framework of Marxism, Leninism, freedom of thought just doesn't exist. It's an unwanted relic of the past.
What would you like Americans to know about you and Cuba? And could you possibly say it in English so they could understand?
In English. I am not well in English.
What could then in Spanish?
Good wish for the people to the United States.
Good wishes.
Wish of understanding. Wish of friendship. I understand it is not easy because we belong to two different worlds. We are neighbors, and in one way or another, we ought to live in peace. United States and Cuba.
Kuigi Castro on end Kuuba liidrina tugevalt kindlustanud, saab teatavaks uudiseid Ameerika Ühendriikide jätkuvatest katsetest temast vabaneda.
Senator George McGovern, who recently visited Cuba, told a news conference today that Fidel Castro believed the CIA had been involved in a series of plots on his life.
Over a period of several years in the early 60s, congressional investigators determined there were at least 8 CIA-led attempts to kill Fidel Castro.
Kui Castro võimule sai, andis ta lubaduse parandada riigi haridus- ja tervishoiusüsteemi. Tema revolutsiooniline valitsus on loonud 10 000 uut klassi ja koolid on paremad kui enne Castro võimule tulekut. Hoolimata varustuse puudumisest kuuluvad Kuuba arstid maailma parima väljaõppega meedikute sekka.
And finally this evening, what we might call Medi-Cuba, the story of what happened to an intrepid correspondent of ours, Fred Francis, when he went to Cuba to cover a political event and ended up with a medical event of his own.
Jalisco Garcia Hospital in Havana has one of the busiest emergency rooms in this hemisphere. It handles more than 700 patients a day. Only a handful of American hospitals like Bellevue in New York and Cook County in Chicago care for that many patients each day. And the quality of care here is very good. It is also free of charge. All health care for Cuba's 9.5 million people is free. I had to be rushed to the emergency room one morning. I was suffering with severe burning abdominal pain in my left side. I was in the hospital 2 days. And I could see evidence of the American economic blockade everywhere. Much of the equipment was old. This X-ray machine, used in a urogram test to locate my kidney stones, was rusted. There is also a shortage of basic hospital tools like needles, syringes, and even bedpans. I received good care and good drugs, in fact, American drugs. Medicines from the United States cost a lot more here because Cuba must get them through Canada and Mexico to circumvent the blockade.
Castro peab oma kohuseks saata hea väljaõppega arste ka kogu maailma vasakpoolsetele liitlasriikidele. Kuid Castro ei ekspordi ainult arste, vaid ka sõdureid ja sõjarelvi. Ta asub oma revolutsiooni riistvara välismaale viima.
Sobre la cuestión acerca de si la lucha armada es el único camino para la liberación, lo que puedo responder es que, por lo menos en las condiciones de nuestro país,
no había otro camino. Y en nuestra opinión, en las condiciones de la inmensa mayoría de los países de América Latina, no hay otro camino que la lucha armada. Y esa parece ser la situación también en muchos otros países de Asia y de África.
Castro jääb oma maailmale ustavaks. Ta saadab Kuuba sõdureid appi revolutsioonilisele rühmitusele, mis võitleb ülemvõimu pärast Angolas. Selle nimetus on MPLA.
By the most authoritative estimates, Cuba sent 18,000 troops to Angola. This army looks well equipped. It has new Russian weapons, amphibious tanks, and modern SAM missile launchers.
Angola kodusõda algab 1975. aastal pärast iseseisvuse saavutamist Portugalilt. Kahe vainutseva mässulise rühmituse võitlus saab üheks külma sõja piksevardaks. Ameerika Ühendriigid ja Lõuna-Aafrika toetavad rühmitust nimetusega Angola rahvuslik vabastusrinne. Nõukogude Liit ja Kuuba saadavad sõdureid ja varustust MPLA-le. Castro otsus sõtta sekkuda vihastab USA valitsust, kes näeb selles Castro kommunismi variandi eksporti. Castro ütleb, et Kuuba sõdurite abi MPLA-le, mis joondub Kuuba sotsialismi ideede järgi, on tema kui revolutsionääri kohus.
Cuando se produce la invasión de Angola por tropas regulares de África del Sur, no podíamos cruzarnos de brazos. Y cuando el MPLA solicitó nuestra ayuda, le ofrecimos la ayuda necesaria.
Mõned ütlevad, et 1970. aastate lõpul hakkas Castro karmus leevenema.
Cuba's Fidel Castro has often been described as a man too ambitious for too small a country, a revolutionary, not a statesman, a man many Latin American leaders feared. But now some political analysts say an older, more moderate Castro may be trying to change that image. 1980. aastal lubab Castro poliitilise käärimise vaigistamiseks kuubalastel, kes seda soovivad, maalt lahkuda. Kuuba majandus on madalseisus ja pinged kasvavad. Kartes Castro majanduslikke ja poliitilisi repressioone põgenevad 10 000 kuubalased Ameerika Ühendriikidesse. Seda aktsiooni tuntakse Marieli paadipäästena. Some 2 miles off the coast of Cuba, this is what you see. A single-file procession of boats extending for miles on their way to the port of Mariel. The Cuban port of Mariel is jammed with ships of all sizes. At latest count, 1,300 boats have arrived here.
These are the people the Castro government has called worms, bums, prostitutes, and parasites. What they do seem to be is a very happy people, happy to be leaving the country of their birth for a new start in the United States.
Revolucionario, quien no tenga sangre revolucionaria, quien no tenga una mente que se adapte a la idea de una revolución, quien no tenga un corazón que se adapte al esfuerzo y al heroísmo de una revolución, no los queremos, no los necesitamos.
Mõne kuuga emigreerub Ameerika Ühendriikidesse 125 000 kuubalast. Paadipäästest on saanud USA-le poliitiline õudusunenägu, sest paljud ameeriklased on Castro kuubalaste lakkamatu saabumise pärast vihased. Arvatakse, et Castro tühjendab oma vanglaid ja saadab Floridasse kurjategijaid. 1980. aasta oktoobri lõpul suleb Castro Marieli sadama Ameerika paatidele. Ameerika valitsus keelustab omakorda uute immigrantide saabumise Kuubalt. Paadipääste lõpeb 5 päeva enne Ronald Reagani valimist Ameerika Ühendriikide presidendiks. Oma valitsusajal ei hakka otsekohese ütlemisega Reagan peenutsema, kui jutt on Fidel Castrost.
Over the past few weeks, Fidel Castro has been making anti-American speeches and staging anti-American rallies as he celebrates 25 years in power. Last night, it was President Reagan's turn to mark the anniversary of the Cuban Revolution.
The most important question remains, where is Cuba heading? Cuba's economy is incapable of providing you and your families your most elementary needs, despite massive subsidies from abroad. But your leaders tell you, don't complain, don't expect improvement, just be ready for more sacrifice. But why are your leaders so unwilling to let you hear what others think and say? If the power of truth is on their side, why should they need to censor anyone's views?
Your system, which you say works very well, it does presuppose that the leadership of the country, you, are always right, that you are infallible. Is that not so?
No, it does not presuppose that. You will not see a statue of me anywhere, nor a school with my name, nor a street, nor a little town, nor any type of personality cult. We have always been honest. We have always told them the truth. This people know that from the government, a lie has never been told to them. And I ask you to go to the world, tour the world, and go to the United States and ask if they can say what I can say, that I have never told a lie to the people.
But what if they do disagree with the revolution and they're Cuban? Why can't they stay here and voice their opinion?
We accept opposition within the revolution, not against the revolution. No one forces them to stay.
Maria Shriver on endise presidendi John F. Kennedy õetütar, kelle erihuviks on Castro küsitlemine.
Back in the early 60s, there were reports of many assassination plots against you. There are theories that you knew about these assassination plots, that you held President Kennedy responsible, and that you in turn were involved in his assassination. Did you have anything to do with it?
I can't answer that question. I don't accept that. No, that I cannot accept such a charge. To plan an action against the President of the United States is something irresponsible, mad, because I saw in Kennedy an adversary, an intelligent, a capable one. The day when Kennedy was murdered, I felt something empty. Actually, it hurt me. I must tell you very honestly, because I thought it was an unfair death.
Kogu 1980. aastate teise poole jätkab Castro Ameerika valitsuse sarjamist, kinnitades, et hoolimata USA kaubandusembargost on revolutsioon Kuubal elus ja kestab edasi.
In his speech, Castro told a huge audience that the American embargo of Cuba had caused hardship, but was ultimately good, because it demanded that Cubans become self-reliant. But self-reliant is not self-sufficient.
Kui Castrol hakkab täituma 3 aastakümmet võimul, on ta saare rahvas endiselt USA embargo kammitsa eise lõppu pole näha. 26. detsembril 1991 langeb Castro Kuubal põhi alt. Nõukogude Liit variseb kokku. Seni tugines suur protsent Kuuba majandusest Nõukogude Liidu kaubandusele või abile. Selle rahavoo lõppedes peab Castro juhtima oma rahva läbi riigi ühe süngeima ajastu. Paljud meeleheitel inimesed riskivad eluga, et Castro Kuubalt parvedega põgeneda. Castro nimetab seda eriperioodiks.
Estamos en periodo especial, un periodo difícil, un periodo uno de los más difíciles de nuestra historia. ¿Por qué? Porque no hemos tenido que quedar solos frente al imperio, solitos. ¿Y qué hacía falta para quedarse solo frente al imperio? Había falta unidad, pero hacía falta valor, hacía falta patriotismo, habría falta espíritu revolucionario, un pueblo débil, un pueblo blandengue, un pueblo cobarde, se rinde y vuelve a la esclavitud. Pero un pueblo digno, un pueblo valiente como nosotros no se rinde y no vuelve jamás a la esclavitud.
Hoolimata tohututest majanduslikest raskustest riigi sees, säilitas Castro väljaspool Kuubat maailma liidri maine. 1995. aastal reisib ta New Yorki ÜRO 50. aastapäeva pidustustele.
I interviewed you first in 1960 when you were here, Mr. President. And what happened? What happened to democracy? What happened to free elections?
We discovered other formulas of democracy, and we discovered different formula, a more honest formula to have the people participate. We discovered that it was better than the Americans. What?
Nagu oli varemgi juhtunud, suudab Castro oma karismaga ka kõige karmimad kriitikud enda poole võita. Kuid Ameerika Ühendriikide ja Castro poliitilistest suhetest pehmenemist ei tule. Vaid aasta pärast Castro visiiti New Yorki tulistab üks Kuuba sõjalennuk alla 2 tsiviillennukit. Castro väidab, et lennukid tungisid Kuuba õhuruumi. Lennukid on pärit USA-st. Neid juhtisid 4 pilooti, kes kuulusid organisatsiooni Päästevennad. See rühmitus abistab kuubalasi, kes oma riigist paatidega põgenevad. Kõik 4 pilooti hukkuvad.
Just 4 days after Cuba shot the 2 U.S. civilian planes out of the sky, Congress and the President came to terms on the new steps against Cuba. The bill aims to economically strangle Castro by discouraging all foreign investment in Cuba.
It will send a powerful, unified message from the United States to Havana that the yearning of the Cuban people for freedom must not be denied.
Täiendavad sanktsioonid Kuuba vastu sisaldavad USA õigust peatada kauplemine mis tahes mitte Ameerika kompaniiga, mis ajab äri ka Kuubaga, sundides neid valima, kas teha äri Castro või Ameerika Ühendriikidega. Kolm aastat hiljem viib Castro ja USA lahinguohutamatu sõnasõjani, seekord 1 6-aastase pagulase Elian Gonzalez'e hooldusõiguse üle.
The boy was found floating in an inner tube off the coast of Fort Lauderdale. Friday, the bodies of 2 women were found off Fort Pierce in Jupiter, Florida, including the boy's mother.
6-year-old Elian Gonzalez now poses an international custody dilemma. Here he is playing with cousins in Miami, following the Immigration and Naturalization Service's pronouncement that he can stay in the United States legally with his aunt and uncle. The boy's biological father lives in Cardenas, Cuba, and said on Cuban television over the weekend he wants Elian returned to him. His relatives in Miami do not plan to comply.
The boy remains a poster child for Cuban exiles. They've made him a mythical figure and a symbol of defiance against a communist regime. Fidel Castro has also made the boy a symbol, criticizing the U.S., as he says it, for kowtowing to the Cuban exile mafia.
Lo único que puedo decir es que si son medianamente inteligentes, anuncien la devolución del niño secuestrado por Estados Unidos.
Federal agents arrived 130 strong under the cover of darkness shortly after 5 a.m. The 6-year-old was found in a bedroom closet with one of the fishermen who had rescued the boy off the coast of Florida last November.
It is time for this little boy, who has been through so very much, to move on with life at his father's side.
Yo diría que hoy es un día de tregua, quizás el único en estos 41 años, un día de tregua con Estados Unidos.
Kui 2001. Aastal saab pärast valimistulemuste vaidlustamist Al Gore'i asemel presidendiks George Bush, tõttab Castro aega viitmata Ameerika valimisi sarjama. Ta ütleb, et tema riigis on valimised seda laadi skandaalidest vabad.
He was not elected, he was appointed President of the United States. Our elections were 10 times cleaner than the elections were like those in which he was elected. How can anyone talk about freedom of expression when a president needs $1.5 billion in advertising to sell an image of himself?
Today there is only one nation in our hemisphere that is not a democracy. Only one.
president George Bush kutsub Kuubat üles korraldama vabad valimised, et sellega USA embargot leevendada.
There's only one national leader whose position of power owes more to bullets than balance. Fidel Castro has a chance to escape this lonely and stagnant isolation. If he accepts our offer, he can bring help to his people and hope to our relations. And the choice rests with Mr. Castro.
Castro ütleb, et embargo tuleneb ainuüksi USA poliitikast ja enamik ameeriklastest soovib selle lõpetamist. Kuid ta kardab, et embargo tühistamine toob ta maale teistlaadi õnnetuse.
Let me know in advance so I can move away, because an invasion of hundreds of thousands of American citizens is enough to make us move away.
2006. aasta juulis tehakse Castrole sisemise verejooksu tõttu operatsioon. Kuubalastele teatab Castro haigusest tema sekretär Carlos Valenciaga, kes loeb ette Castro kirja.
La operación me obliga a permanecer varias semanas de reposo, alejado de mis responsabilidades y cargos. Como nuestro país se encuentra amenazado en circunstancias como esta por el gobierno de los Estados Unidos, he tomado la siguiente decisión. Delego con carácter provisional mis funciones como primer secretario en el segundo secretario, compañero Raúl Castro Rus.
2 aastat hiljem, 2008, astub Castro ametlikult tagasi, andes riigi juhtimise üle oma vennale Raúlile.
Raúl Castro Rus.
Ameerika president George Bush viibib seda uudist kuuldes Rwandas.
So I view this as a period of transition that and it should be the beginning of the democratic transition for the people in Cuba.
Hoolimata president Bushi lootusest näha Kuuba liikumist Raúl Castroga eesotsas demokraatia poole, tõotab Raúl järgida Fideli nägemust ja hoida ta ideesid elus. Kuuba jääb kommunistlikuks riigiks. Raúl Castro on öelnud, et revolutsioon on kestnud 50 aastat ja jätkub veel 50. Neile, kes usuvad Castro revolutsiooni, jääb ta alati riigi rajajaks. Tema võitlus Sierra Maestra mägedes on Kuubal legendide aines.
Batista does not want to admit that he is incapable of defeating us.
Castro karisma ja vaimuerksus, mida ta ilmutas juba esimestest päevadest võimul, ei tuhmu kunagi.
Y sabemos cómo debemos defender nuestra integridad y nuestra soberanía.
Castro jäi 50 aasta vältel igal sammul Ameerika Ühendriikidele väljakutseks.
Despite all his tools of oppression, Fidel Castro will need to answer to his people.
What kind of government would you establish? Would you be president?
We will establish a real representative and democratic government. I don't think in being president. I am not fighting for that, nor for any other charge. I cannot answer you about myself because I don't think about that.